Okay guys, I've had a hell of a day. Now, a lot of people online and everywhere have been having troubles with the driver's side Dodge Dakota 2001 era axle shaft, getting it out because it seizes on if it's never been changed before. I've already done a video of changing the half shaft driver's side on another Dodge Dakota, but it was probably replaced before because it came off no problem. Well, the one we're working on right now is actually seized. So we were beating it and beating it and beating it, and what happened was the actual axle come right out of it, come right out of the differential, and it is only a short shaft, and it's held with the pressure clip, right? So we actually took everything out. I took the little dust seal off, I slid that off the end of it, and this is what we're left with. Oh, I didn't tighten that. This is what we're left with. So, what I tried doing to begin with, it's hard to see, but I took the axle right out, and then I put a screwdriver in there to punk some holes in the seal in the bottom, because there's just like a little tin seal at the very bottom in there. So I drilled a hole into that, shot penetrating oil into there to see if it would actually, you know, penetrate the actual grooves on the spline, on this spline, to be able to get it out. So it didn't work, and we tried cutting it, right? But I didn't want to cut too far in. I was hoping just to be able to break off this top and then kind of hack away trying to get the rest out, right? But what happened was this axle shaft started coming out. So I was like, well, we accidentally already kind of pulled it out, and nothing fell out on the inside, the spider gears, nothing like that. So I thought, well, we're just gonna yank it right out. I'll clean it up real good before I put it back in so we don't screw with the axle seal or the differential seal. But what we're doing now is actually I put it right here, and I got a pipe and a 2-pound sledgehammer, and we are putting it through the seal in the bottom. Sorry about the lighting, guys. Putting it through the seal in the bottom, and it's just punking the seal out. And you want to hold that, Victor? And now we're just going to pop it right out through the bottom and put the new shaft on it after we clean it up. So let's see if I can get a good view here and see what happens. We haven't done this yet. So we don't want to do any scratches. We don't want any scratches on that bottom shaft because that'll mess with the diff seal. So I'm just going to go easy now. There it is. Holy crap. So there's our axle, and look at all the shit in there. Absolute garbage. And as you can tell, the compression ring, it is like melted as one. So we're gonna have to clean this up, and hopefully the compression ring will still work. If not, we'll have to get a new one. But we're gonna get this cleaned up really good and put the new axle shaft on and slide everything back into the differential. Alrighty, guys. Okay, guys, we got it all cleaned up, and the actual pin moves now. So I've got it all wire brushed, and wire brushed this way and this way. And now I'm going to put some axle grease on these grooves. and should be good as gold to get this truck back together. Oh, got a couple more spots there I'll have to scratch out. Yeah, I'm gonna scratch a couple of more of those spots out. You can see right there in the center there's a high spot. I'm gonna scratch that out of there, but I'll get some axle grease on it and we'll slap her back together. Okay guys, so what I've done now is I've just taken this little hook tool and I've cleaned out all along here, and I'll take a wire brush to it again and then put some axle grease on it and put the truck back together. Because believe it or not, we have been at this probably about 4 hours, 5 hours. It was just ignorant to try and get that axle out. It was so seized. But now this pin actually moves around, as you can see. So that's actually going to work now for the next person who takes a axle out, if it ain't me. Hopefully it'll never need it again though. Alrighty. Well guys, an absolute pain in the ass. Spend hours and hours trying to get that axle shaft out, get it out, get all cleaned up, got it greased up, and you'll notice where the groove is, right? And unfortunately this year a truck, anything built after December 2000, it's different, or before December 2000 it's like this. So I told her it was built November 2000, so that's before December. She gave me the wrong one, because the snap ring is at this level, so it would actually go in like this, right? And can you shine it in here? Inside. Yep. Okay, you see where the snap ring meets inside there? Now if you look at the new one, let me get the new one. So here's the new one, and I don't know how well you can see inside there, but how deep the groove is on that one, it is not going to match up, because it's only that close in on this one. So now I've got to clean up the old one, put this back in, and just put this piece in the differential until Monday, when we can get this swapped. So that's going to be even more time. Like, yeah, this is crazy. But anyway, it was a challenge. Fun, but took forever. Cheers, guys. Okay guys, there's our temporary axle put in with the plastic bag and twist ties, and that's gonna have to hold this till Monday because it's Saturday. Okay guys, so it turns out, because it's an all-wheel drive and not four-wheel drive, put the half of the half shaft back in, doesn't go anywhere. You need all shafts to be in to be able to drive, which is stupid. Say you blow a front drive shaft, you're screwed. You can't go anywhere. You know, like I blew out a rear drive shaft of my Ranger once, and just took the drive shaft out and drove in front wheel drive home. So yeah, because of the all-wheel drive, all shafts had to be back in. So we had to put the one with the bearings all shot back in and wait till Monday. But we got her going, and now I got to do brake lines on this Paseo. So I got to do both rear brake lines on it. I went to Princess Auto and got that, because I have that one, but that's only a 45-degree angle, and I need the bubble end maker. Alrighty guys, had to go home and shower, and it's 2 a.m. back at the shop. I got a mess to clean up, and I think I'm going to start working on the Toyota, do the brake line. It's just the rear brake lines. I've already got them broken loose, so it's just a matter of making up the lines, flaring the ends, and bending them to fit, and be good as gold, and bleed the brakes. So hopefully bleeding them will be okay. Probably have to heat them up really good to get the bleeder screws out. But I think I've done the bleeder screws before on this. I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure we had to replace one of the bleeder screws on it before. But, what's up, buddy? What's up, buddy boy? Go run. You got tons of room to run in here. Go run. You got tons of room. So, yep, I had to do, so what have I done so far? Done brakes, wheel bearings, EGR valve on, what the hell is that? I can't remember now, I'm tired. On an Equinox, Chev and Powell alternators, and brakes, yeah, just kind of pissing around. And there's the axle for the Dodge we got to bring back. But yeah, it's been actually quite busy. But I just keep every dollar I make, I've been putting back into it to buy newer tools to be able to do all the jobs. Because you know, when I had my shop on Little Gray, I had almost every tool imaginable, you know, and every time I got ripped off, it's like I couldn't replace it because of the cost. So every time I make $100, couple $100, boom, I put it back into tools to build my tool collection back up, because I enjoy working on cars no matter how much of pain in the ass it is. Like, it took 3 hours to get an axle off of that Dodge today. Ridiculous, but slowly and surely. And I know a lot of you guys are talking about getting a hoist, and no, I don't need a hoist. I'm not a mechanic shop, more of a hobby shop. I do repair videos, more like a production studio. But yeah, what I am gonna invest in is one of those scissor lifts. Basically, they'll lift the whole front end of a vehicle. And they're quite pricey, but I'm gonna save up and get one of those. It's like a scissor jack, and it rolls right underneath, like a front section of a vehicle, and lifts the whole thing up. And it lifts it up a good, you know, 1.5 to 2 feet, which is plenty. You know, it's plenty to get under. And plus, I'd rather do videos of doing vehicles somewhere where somebody could do it in their own driveway, you know. You don't need a hoist if you don't mind rolling around on the ground, and I don't, you know. I can't work over my head for a long period. It just kills my back. So I'd rather lay on the ground and work on a vehicle. So yeah, but yeah, she's slowly coming together. I got another ceiling fan to put in, and it's gonna go up there. Got that for $30. It's brand spanking new. And we're slowly getting things together. I got my computer here, so I'll be editing videos here and uploading it. Well, I got one of my better computers here, so that's awesome. Internet's decent connection here. I can actually game on it. And still have to build stairs, and that's probably gonna have to wait till Monday, which really sucks. But I did make something for JJ to get up. I taught him to jump up on the tractor here, jump up on there, and I put two 2x4s together and a 1/4-inch chipboard so he could come right up. Now I'll show you. I'll give JJ a treat. You want a treat, buddy? Come on, let's go. You want a treat? Come on. You coming up? You coming? Still got some finishing up to do. You coming? That's awesome. All right, cheers, guys. You guys have a great night. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. I am. Look at that, eh? And still got room for 2 more. Love it. And this is what happens when you forget to put the bounce sheet in the dryer.